So today we are going to be comparing two pack and plays that we have been using for the last few months. The two pack and plays that I've gone are the Graco and the Baby Womb World. I didn't want to spend too much money on a pack and play just because I already have a crib and I just needed a pack and play for like grandma's house and things like that. These are kind of the differences that I saw between the two. So size wise, when it came all packaged up, they're relatively the same size. You can see that the Womb World is a little bit taller, but dimension wise, like when you look at it from a sky view, they look the same. And then when it's opened up, it seems to be around the same size as well. Again, the Womb World is taller, but everything else seemed to be roughly around the same size. So they both came with carry bags. They both had a zipper bag that just went over everything. The Womb World had just straps on the outside, and the Graco, there was like a strap that came through as like a hole for the bag that comes through. That's nice that they come with bags so that it's really travel friendly. The assembly for the pack and plays, I guess both kind of have a little bit of a process just to put at least the bassinet together. To actually open up and assemble the pack and plays, they both are about the same. They have the little lock-ins on the sides that you have to pull up. The difference though for assembly is the bassinet. So the Graco, the bassinet kind of like clips onto the sides, which is I guess relatively easy, and then it has bars at the bottom that you put together. And the Womb World, it's a little bit more complex. You have to like zip it up. It also has like clips on the underneath, so it took me a minute to kind of figure out how to put it together, but I suggest to maybe clip the bassinet because it has clips in each corner from the underneath, and then zip it up. So that was kind of what I figured out was the best, but that assembly is a little bit more, and it can be a little tricky with the zipper. You might have to bring the bassinet, it might not need to be opened up, you might need to pull from the red string, but it's nice because there's a hole in the bassinet area that you can just reach down and pull up and then zip and then push it back down. So the assembly for the bassinet is a little different in that way. The mattresses for the pack and plates, those are pretty similar too. They have like a hard back and a soft top. The Womb World is like a little bit more fabric-y, where the Graco is more synthetic. I don't know. Yeah, so I like the Baby Womb World bassinet better in a lot of different ways. One, it's not as loud. It seems to be like a little bit more stable. So it doesn't seem to like shift around or move around when he's like slamming his legs down. So I like that a lot because typically that pack and play was in our room, so he would be sleeping right next to us. Whenever he would slam his legs down on the Graco, I was like, oh my gosh, it sounded so loud. It would wake us all up. But with the Baby Womb World, it doesn't seem as bad, so I really liked that. The Graco has mesh siding on all four sides, so you can see baby from every angle if that's what you need. The Baby Womb World only has it on the two longest sides, and the short sides have pockets, which again I kind of like because when we're traveling and we just have his stuff, it's nice to just put blankets or diapers or anything in those pockets so that it's not just like laying around everywhere. Another reason why I really like the Baby Womb World is that it has one side that lowers. It's really nice if you have the bassinet close to your bed because then you can kind of just reach in and like put your hand on your baby without having your arm. And that's what I was struggling with, is he would want to like hold my hand while he was sleeping sometimes. So the bassinet was next to the bed, but I would have to like put my arm over the Graco railing and then like down into the bassinet, and I would sometimes fall asleep like that because I'm tired, and then I wake up and my hand is completely numb. But when I got the Baby Womb World, it was nice. One side lowers, so I can just reach in and put my hand right on his tummy or hold his hand, and he's much happier. I'm much happier. With that side lowering though, there are some safety concerns, but they have Baby Womb World comes with straps that you put around the frame of your bed, and it clips onto the bassinet or the pack and play, and it keeps the pack and play just securely right next to your bedside, so it won't push away, just in case you're worried that it might push away and while it's lowered he like rolls out or something. And then one more thing that is different with the Baby Womb World is that when the pack and play, when the bassinet's not on it and the pack and play is just being used as a regular pack and play, you can zipper one side open. And I don't know if it's so that they can crawl in and out. I don't know if it's for mom or dad to, or anyone to play with baby while they're in the pack and play. I used it the first time to clip the bassinet from the underneath until I learned like, oh, I can just clip it first and then zip it up. So I crawled in there the first time I set up the bassinet to clip those in. So those are some of the comparisons that I had between the two of them. Now the disassembly is pretty similar. The Graco, you can actually, the bassinet on the Graco Pack and Play you can actually keep on and just disassemble as is. You just have to undo the metal bars in the middle. The Baby Womb World, you have to take the baby bassinet off completely and then disassemble it. The bars prevent it from being all disassembled together, but the disassembly is pretty similar. They both have buttons on the sides and they both have the pull-in from the middle, so it's really not too big of a difference. The price differences for these two, the Graco is definitely the cheapest at like $80, I believe. And the Baby Womb World though, if you can spend a little bit more, I think it's totally worth it. I got it with some of the discounts that Amazon had for it. I got it at like $135. So I thought it was a great price. I thought it was totally worth it for all the little things that it came with extra. It definitely made a big difference for me, at least. So I hope that these were helpful, and we'll see you next time.